Morning folks, Happy New Year to you, one and all. A big cold day in London again, but a very cheery day in a lot of other respects. Right, I'm going to do more snow scenes. I really love oil. I seem to be doing watercolours under sufferance these days. I've said everything I want to say with watercolour anyway. I'll still do them, because I've got to look after my watercolour friends. But I just hope I'm generating a new audience for simple oil painting. Landscape, of course. I've got cadmium red, ultramarine. This is Daler Rowney Georgian. This is student quality, almost off student quality, apart from the odd tube of Griffin white, which I haven't got. But look, I've just been mopping up the oil that's coming out of this wretched tube of paint. It just goes to show how much pigment is in that and in relationship to the cheap oil. But I've never had a tube of paint that really, you open it and it just drips down. Sorry, Daler Rowney, but this is not a very good tube of paint. Too much oil. I've got others that seem to be fine, so it might just be a rogue tube. I'll use a bit of yellow ochre. Bit of yellow ochre, and that's just Daler Rowney. That doesn't drip. That's quite lovely and stiff. But look, it's still leaching out of the grey, and I do like Payne's grey. It's a good compromise with black. I like black as well. But the greens I can get with mixing the three primaries without not with the grey, but the red, the blue, and the cadmium yellow pale is lovely. It makes some lovely rich darks. Right, well let's get a sky in. Oh, we need some more. Let's let's use some of this walnut oil. If you don't paint with it, you can eat it. You can put it on salads. That's what it's for. I bought it from a supermarket, and I don't use it. I'll add a bit of dryer to it. I'll have to buy some more dryer. Getting a bit low here. Usually mix a bit of fast drying oil in with the ordinary oil. Okay, there's some brushes. Oops. The riggers falling on the floor. Okay, right, okay. A couple of medium-sized brushes. And I've got this cheapo brush, cheap Chinese bristle, not too many hairs, bristles left on it. The ferrule is getting a bit battered, but it does lovely texturing, and my paintings, I try to make them impressionist, and I do get flats of, sort of almost flattered when somebody said, oh, it's so realistic. I don't want it to be realistic. I want it to be a painting in an impressionist style and with the illusion of detail. So let's crack on with the sky. Let's just get a bit of oil, get some white, touch of red, a touch of yellow. Bit of ochre. Just get some paint on. I've done a little bit of a sketchy outline there. I'll try to get the sky quite bright. I didn't rub this down. This is a 3mm MDF primed with some PVA glue and some acrylic burnt sienna. I've only got a little bit of burnt sienna left. So I've got this sort of mound of, well, let's change that a little bit. So it's just a bit of a path going through the wood. I'll try and keep my head out of the way. Well, since everybody was locked down last night, we were in bed by about 11:15. Okay. It was, well, we were on our own, first time for years and years and years, and we weren't different from anybody else. I was fast asleep when my wife said the fireworks were going off at 12 o'clock, but no, I was well away with the fairies. Let's have a bit of red. We put a bit of a dark horizon. We can counter change against that with the lighter snow. Oh, I just got a bit of paint on. I'm going to put some blue grey behind that to give the impression of depth. But we want let's. I might add some red ochre, which is a very useful colour. Same as light red, very similar. Yeah, I didn't sand the surface of this MDF. It's quite soft, and if you overdo it, it just raises the surface. It's very fibrous. It does vary. Okay, I'll just rough in some, but I've nowhere near finished the sky. Just want to put in some put in some texture in that. Okay, right, let's get a bit of that blue grey in. Oh, that's too light. Just line that a little bit. Oh, that's quite nice. Right, okay, let's clean the brush. Well, let's say clean the brush, I mean just put it through a bit of toweling. I clean them at the end in dishwasher liquid. Right, we need just to lighten some of that. Okay, so coming into the light a bit in here. And a bit of get some dark in there, shadow in the snow. Can refine all this later. I'm enjoying this. So much so that I forgot to drink my Bovril. So when I'm working on this is going a little bit tacky, because that's too heavy. So I will soften all that. Which is only 10 inches by 8. And I do a lot of this size for one reason and one reason only. Is I've got an old photograph frame that is 10 by 8. Look at that. Look at it, just running down all over the place. I will use it. Right, let's just carry on with a short flat. This is a short flat. Bright, bright, whatever that is. Alright, I'll get some texture in there. I think I'm going to pull out some red ochre. Red ochre is very, very good in these sort of landscapes. So let's just put that there. This is quite thin as well, but it's a etude, couleur alourie fine. Alright, okay. Mix a bit of this and a bit of that. Okay, let's just sort of build that up. Right, let's get back to softening that top. I've come out too far with that one. So let's a bit better. So just reduce it a little bit. So there's a bit of red to this here, just thickening up the stuff on the sky area. I'm just working away till I get something that I like, just by changing it. Don't like that colour. Let's have a bit of violety, that's a better colour. So that colour coming through the trees there. Take a bit of that mauve out of that. Just bit by bit. Don't start off with the idea of a finished painting or any bit finished anywhere until you get towards the end, because you'll just tie yourself down to a sort of an ill thought out idea. Oh, so this is little impressionist strokes. So the rule of thumb is, if you like it, it's okay. If you think it's good, or good as you can do, and every sky I paint is different, because I have the same approach, it's just hit and miss really. Got that mauvey colour into these light sort of clouds. Just using the edge of the brush here. Right, now we get that bluey colour restated again. Well, that just shows up now. Let's get a little bit of red in here. Okay, well, let's get some texture in here now. So let's have some dark, bit of red. Sort of silhouette, put a bit of blue in there. Could put in a bit of snow in there. Put some light back in there. A little bit of blue. To soften that stark, dark colour. Sorry, my head's in the way. So you put some snow back in the trees. Bit of oil. Stippling is a very, very lovely way of working. Okay, now we're going to do this snow in here. So we've got, well, let's just get a bit of dark in there. Dark shadow. Okay, so we want some grey snow in here. And the light coming through into here, just catching a bit of light. Big heavy snowfall. we've got yellow in that sky, so we've had a little bit of yellow ochre into the path here. So trying to get away from the whiteness of snow, because so much is set by shadow. Maybe there's hardly any white, just light. Got a hair there. Here, you're surplus to requirements. I'll put a little bit of filigree in with a rigger later. Probably quite a bit. Okay, let's get a bit of texture in there. Right, let's get some snow in there. Nearly there. Right, let's do a bit on the other side here, get some of that. So just trying to show the grasses, ferns sticking up out through the fall of snow. Now, the reason why I use so few colours, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, is that if you have too many colours, it causes confusion. And you start doing unrealistic or rotten mixes to get out of trouble, and it just doesn't work. Keep it simple as you can, and your skill will develop. I'll just put some snow back in there. Quite like the sky, I like that bit. So the light's there, and it's travelling sort of up behind clouds. Well, it's different, isn't it? Right, so it's here we go. One of them because it's got a space, probably on the floor somewhere. Oh no, there it is. Hiding. Right, let's just put a little bit of filigree. Need a little bit more light in this spot here. Okay, not so sure about that. Right, I'll put that in the mounts. Let's dismantle this. Oh, crumbs. My legs collapsed. Oh, hold on. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh yeah. Got a problem here. Oh, there it is. Cool, that was a close one thing, wasn't it? Right, okay, starts again. It's 11 o'clock already. I've got the frame ready. You've all seen it before many times. It's a nice little size to paint as a demonstration. The bigger they are, the longer they take. People don't really want to sit for hours and hours and be waffling. A couple of sacks. One. Two. Well, there we are. It was a little impressionist painting for you. Hope you quite like it. It's looking very bright on the screen. Okay, let's go into it a little bit. There's the texture. You saw how I did it. It's creating the illusion of detail rather than putting everything in. I did all those with just this rough old brush. But that's only my view. It's so there we are. Enjoy the rest of your day, folks. I've done me one for the day. Happy painting. Bye bye.